Thank you very much, Dr. Miano. My presentation is going to be about my presentation today is about the influence of pharmaceutical logistics management information as an enabler of universal health coverage implementation in Nyamira County. This presentation we worked in conjunction with Strathmore Business School, notably Professor Gilbert Okwaro, and the Department of Health Services in Nyamira County. At least half of the world's population cannot access healthcare services. And it's for this reason that in 2012, the UN declared that countries should start implementing UHC as a way of addressing this issue. A key determinant to the success of universal health coverage in Kenya is likely to be the timely availability of products at health facilities in counties. UHC implementation provides countries with an opportunity to define and cost the list of essential medicines needed to support the provisions of health services. For there to be a robust For there to be a robust pharmaceutical logistics management information and system, the influence of LMIS as an enabler of UHC needs to be determined. I think it's quite clear that UHC is a big issue to us. And our president launched it in March 2018 as one of his big four agendas. And so going forward, it was imperative for us to look at it, and more so because pharmaceutical products are one of the areas which consume much of the budget in the health departments. We'll go to the problem statement. The scarcity of resources has led to low budgetary allocation to the Department of Health Services in the county and in most other counties. Budgetary allocations of pharmaceuticals are not based on accurate estimates of drug requirements, which has led to stockouts. There were currently no plans to assess the challenges faced by counties with regards to logistics of supplying pharmaceuticals. And based on the above challenges, we did hypothesize that by developing and implementing a robust but simple pharmaceutical logistics management information system, it would improve efficiency in the supply of pharmaceuticals and greatly facilitate universal health coverage. The objective was the study was to establish the influence of selection support system as an enabler of universal health coverage. The other one was to determine the influence of procurement support system as an enabler of universal health coverage. The third was to ascertain the influence of distribution support system as an enabler of universal health coverage. And lastly, to establish the influence of utility support system as an enabler of universal health coverage, which most of us refer to as medicine use. We borrowed a lot from the pharmaceutical management framework, which has the selection bit. After selection, we move to procurement. After procurement, basically distribution, storage, and distribution come in. Then medicine use, where we have issues of pharmacovigilance. And the most important area in this framework for us was going to be the management support, where the pharmaceutical logistic management information system falls under. But the overarching thing would be the policy and law and regulation. We used a research methodology. We used a qualitative and quantitative study. We used a population of 12 health facilities in Nyamira. We did purposive sampling. 74 respondents were sampled. Data collection was done through questionnaires, and we also did focus group discussion. We analyzed the data, and we used regression models. where Y was the universal health coverage implementation. Beta 1, beta 2, beta 3, beta 4 were regression coefficient independent variables, where beta 1 was the selection support system, beta 2 was procurement support system, beta 3 was distribution support system, and beta 4 was utility support system, respectively. In conclusion, we found out that there was no proper selection support system in terms of when we are just about to get the medication. Do the committees actually sit and select these drugs in the counties? Do we actually have an essential drug list, or can we copy that from the national government, and so on and so forth? The procurement support system did not have the event planning element. This comes because procurement is tied to budget. Was there any sort of tying of the procurement of pharmaceuticals to the budget? That was devoid in the county, and I suppose it is what is happening in other counties also. The inventory support system was not efficient. We found out that the stores management and the distribution and redistribution of drugs intra and inter-county was not there. Utility support system in place was not efficient in inventory management. We found that there was no follow-up on patients on how the drugs they were using actually the side effects and the ADRs. And we found out that the pharmacovigilance system in the county was weak. We did recommend that Nyamira County implements a pharmaceutical logistics management information system to enable effective management of pharmaceutical commodities in the health facilities. Thank you very much.